So listen to this. I think what Luke is trying to get at is Elliot definitely has some biases towards. Is it the naturalistic fallacy? Is that what
Yeah,
we call
yeah.
it?
If it's
Where
natural, it's good in Eliot's point of view.
yeah, yeah. I think that's what you're getting, and I think there's some there definitely. And I would be somewhere in the middle. Um, somewhere in the middle. Yeah. But like I said, I've come around to the idea that medication could work. So I'm not necessarily
Well,
opposed to it now.
well, these antipsychotics, right? All they do is they just kind of immobilize
Yeah,
you.
I would rather
Right?
that would-be murderers were immobilized prior to committing murder, because I'm anti-murder.
Okay, but when these drugs roll off, there's
I
going to
would
be
want
just
them to be medicated again.
okay. Isn't it the case that people freak out and do these horrible mass killings? Is this a case where we thought the medication was working and suddenly we find out no, the medication wasn't working, and they are back to their old selves again, and then they let rip some awful atrocity. So, listen, on the
Even regular people at times would be better off medicated. Stephen, did you want to add anything on this?
I was just looking up the statistic, and I think the ages at which women end up on antidepressants, more of them end up on antidepressants in a later life. So particularly around the age of 40. Like hysteria in women is something that is well known. I think 20% of women are on antidepressants around the age of 40. So, and I have known of a couple of cases. I remember friends who had mothers who they got to a certain age and they just went crazy. They anxiety attacks and things like that, and they used to take it out on the husband like crazy. And I remember one who suddenly got better, and I think that was through medication. So
Someone very close to me. Someone very close to me was insane half the month. Would bounce me off the walls. Was physically violent. Was just insane, and got medicated and became a perfectly normal person.
And there's definitely some there because we can see that it's roughly double the amount of women who are on antidepressants versus men.
I think those things are probably 10 to 20 times overprescribed.